It's another edition of Litter Media Live, and it's still raining outdoors. Good to have you with us on this October 30th. It's Thursday, and we do know that some of the communities have moved their Halloween trick-or-treat events and everything, but Chillicothe is still the same because it was designed from the very beginning, rain or shine. So just wanted to start off with that for you today. Coming up in a moment, we'll look at the forecast. We'll also talk about other things that are happening in our community. The good things we like to share with you today, beneficial news that you can use we like to share. And Mike's getting some updated information even as we speak.
Just realized that if my dad were still living, he would have turned 98 today.
Is that right?
Today was his birthday. I guess it still is his birthday, but he would have been 98 today. He was born the year that Babe Ruth hit 60 home runs, 1927. That's how it was always easy for me to remember Dad's birthday. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Happy birthday in heaven.
Amen.
Papa Smith. All right, coming up in a moment to look at news, but first let's take a look at how this weather is shaping up. We understand the rain is going to come to an end sometime today.
Somewhere around 6 o'clock. If you've been watching radar of this, it's all coming up out of the south, almost that low pressure counterclockwise motion. But I'm assuming maybe some of this is spin off from the hurricane, but I haven't heard that for a fact. Because usually we don't get rain right out of the south.
Well, what happens when you assume, Mike?
My English teacher had a little saying about that. But anyway, rain will end. But in the meantime, rain in 53 for a high today. We're looking for some partly sunny skies for Friday, but cold in the morning. Some light frost, a possibility early in the morning tomorrow. Daytime highs will hit 53. So kids, if you're going out to the Maid event in Chillicothe tomorrow morning, bundle up. Tomorrow night's low of 44, and then clouds and 54. Dry for the weekend. Sun looks like it will be back predominantly on Monday.
One of those kids is sitting off to my left that we'll need to make sure he bundles up.
Yes.
That's Aaron Glandon right there. Good to have him with us running the controls today. Coming up in a moment to look at news. But first.
Hang on. Oh, y'all want to talk about Circleville trick or treat? Because Mike
yes,
put that in here.
Because it's weather related.
Okay.
Last night or late yesterday afternoon, the city of Circleville announced that they're postponing tonight's trick-or-treat in Circleville and moving it to Saturday, November 1st. I can't see the time because of the camera, guys.
4 to 6 p.m.
4 to 6. So pretty much same time, just a different bat channel, so to speak.
So make sure that you are aware this is Circleville. Because
right.
I think when you shared this yesterday, people weren't reading what you had written. Right. They were looking just at this and thinking it was another community, but it's Circleville only.
Well, I had a lot of, what about Chillicothe?
Yeah.
Well, we're not telling you about Chillicothe. We're telling you about Circleville. So,
and that's people reading just images and headlines and not reading the details. So, all right, coming up, a look at news. But first, our friends at Hometown Motors Incorporated, notice the colors of the Skag. Halloween colors for you right there. You can choose from a wide selection of Skag mowing equipment, which is going on during this clearance sale that they have. Once the clearance inventory is gone, though, so are those low prices, which means prices will probably go up when all this is gone. So don't miss this opportunity. Give them a call at 740-773-8826 for more details. Stop in to see them at 818 Eastern Avenue in Chillicothe, or take a look online as well at hometown-motors.com. Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
pain was interfering with Tiffany's active lifestyle. Same-day hip replacement at the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute got her back to the community she calls home. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Take a look at our news website. That's littermedia.com. You'll see that they've got a gold ball there and some all SVC selections being released today. Some other things going on in the news that we are about to share with you now. And we started yesterday with a preview of the MAID rally for the Drug-Free Clubs of America. That is tomorrow morning in downtown Chillicothe. Nearly 2,000 students will rally in the fight against drug abuse, celebrating being drug-free. Yesterday, we visited with Payne Valley MAID ambassadors Reagan Gilliland, Caitlin Dyer, and Preston Fauber, and organizer Dave Huggins, who talks about their involvement with the program.
I think that's kind of the cool thing that many people overlook is they think the kids join just for the perks or benefits. And we want that to be a part of the program because it's cool, but it's refreshing to hear. And I think your listeners would agree that you guys just want to be a part of it because you want to live a drug-free lifestyle, and that's important to you. I mean, that's a character thing, and that's really what our young people are about. And I'm proud to be able to help them, through this transition of life.
Now, we're hoping to provide a live stream of the rally tomorrow, beginning around 9:45, and we will do our best to bring to you what's happening downtown tomorrow morning.
All right. Something else exciting that's been finished downtown, the Majestic Theatre, finishing off their roof replacement project, which was a significant step in the ongoing preservation and restoration of one of Ohio's oldest operating theaters. The project replaced the north, south, and west roof sections along with new gutters and downspouts to ensure proper drainage and protection of the historic structure. Now, the east section of the roof had previously been replaced and did not require work. Project made possible through grant funding from the Robert E. and Genevieve B. Schaefer Fund with the Columbus Foundation and through funding provided by the Chillicothe Ross Community Foundation.
While you're looking at this, you see the what would be in the lower right corner. That's that expansion they put in a few years ago with the new lobby and everything, so you don't have to go through the front door for events. And there's also restrooms in there. So do you remember going to the restroom of the old?
I do.
You had to duck to climb in and the whole deal. Now, when we were talking about this project a couple of years ago, the plan, from what I understood, was going to be that they're hoping to put a restaurant of some sort upstairs.
That'd be neat.
On the next level. So if you've never taken the Majestic Theatre tour, you have to do that. Get a chance to see those little nooks and crannies and making your way underneath to where the dressing rooms are. I've been there a couple of times doing things, participating with things at the Majestic Theatre. So you need to do that. So check with somebody with the Majestic and take that tour. The next meeting of the Mound City Chapter of the Archaeological Society of Ohio will take place on Tuesday, November 11th from 6:30 until 8:15 p.m. That'll be at the Ross County Historical Society. The evening's program will feature a compelling presentation entitled Early Statewide Mapping of Ohio's Archaeological Features, 1896 through 1914. I had agriculture on my mind, by local historian Randy Sanders, who's tracing the origins of the Ohio archaeological mapping efforts beginning in the late 19th century, highlighting the work of Warren K. Moorhead and the Ohio State Archaeological and Historical Society. Looks like it'd be very interesting to participate in.
Now, you talked with Andrew Hall.
I did.
New curator. Any other news that you can share with us at this time?
We have agreed they're going to contribute some things for our website, littermedia.com, and for our daily show as well. We talked about This Date in History, that feature that we run, and he says, yeah, I think we can provide some information for you. One thing that my being a member, full disclosure, of the Ross County Historical Society is that we get a newsletter every month. Mm-hmm. And when they send that out, Andrew says, I have to go through certain, here it is, the recorder. He says, I go through to decide what it is. We have contributors from our staff, and he says, sometimes I have to make difficult cuts. We may be getting some of those that we can put into our website at littermedia.com.
Very good. Sounds good. Ross County is nearing the end of their 2025 Hazard Mitigation Plan update, and they seek feedback on their draft plan. This update is required by FEMA every 5 years to remain eligible for funding for projects. Now, municipalities, police and fire departments, schools, businesses, and the general public may receive funding for any mitigation strategy found in the approved and adopted plan update. You can go to the website for the Ross County Emergency Management Agency for further details, but draft plan comments are needed by November 15th of 2025, if you weren't aware of it. FEMA and their EMA is located, of course, in our Ross County Service Center in Chillicothe.
Let me give you a reason to go to Circleville November 7th and 8th. It is Ohio Christian University presenting the non-musical version of The Wizard of Oz, 7 o'clock on November 7th, 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. on November 8th. This is part of their Ministry and Performing Arts Center where they'll have this. They invite you to come enjoy a marvelous telling of Dorothy's trip to Oz and her adventures along the way to the Emerald City. And I don't know this for sure, but if you pay attention to the guy behind the curtain, it might be Dr. Saunders. I don't know that for sure. And I always jokingly call him doctor because everybody else is a doctor. Why isn't he?
Why not? Yeah.
But he is president, not doctor.
Ohio University and Pickaway Ross Career and Technology Center alumnus Dakota Tackett never imagined that he'd become a world-traveling educator with experiences spanning multiple continents. His college career yielded not only a degree in education, but a new sense of curiosity and a desire to become a global citizen. Tackett studied electrical technology at Pickaway Ross and planned to enter the trades. He graduated summa cum laude from the Patton College of Education at OU in 2020. And after doing that, he decided, well, let me be a substitute teacher at Pickaway Ross for a while. Following that, he was selected to be a Fulbright Scholar. He served as a citizen ambassador in the Czech Republic through the Fulbright program, teaching English and acting as a cultural liaison at a school mirroring his lived experience at home in rural Appalachia. Congratulations, world traveler.
Yes. He's not the only one that has made those type of world travels. Your daughter has done that. And not only that, but one of my friends, Chuck Elliott, who is an associate pastor out at Brookside Church here in town. He was a missionary in Hungary for a while and has wonderful stories he can tell about participating in that. Ask him next time you see him. The Craft Bazaar season is underway. The Pioneer Craft Bazaar is this Saturday. We'll feature over 60 vendors and 3 excellent food trucks will be there as well. Do they name those food trucks? They do not on there. But we understand that there will be some food to enjoy.
A couple of different events coming up for the Pickaway County Agricultural Society. One hosts their holidays at Heritage Hall this Saturday. That is from 9 to 2. And then they have a chili cook-off coming up on November 14th from 6 to 9, also at Heritage Hall. That proceeds benefit the Pickaway Foundations for Youth. I like that number 4, youth.
And the Altrusa Club will be having its holiday bazaar coming up pretty soon. Next Tuesday, we will have Linda Collins and Linda Miller in to talk about the Altrusa Club event. Applications are now open for Leadership Pickaway 2026, offered by the Pickaway County Chamber of Commerce. Leadership Pickaway is a 7-session program designed to grow informed, connected, and community-minded leaders. Participants dive into key areas like business, education, nonprofits, social services, agriculture, and government, while networking with nearly 100 professionals across the county. You can apply today, or you can nominate someone from your organization. Applications close November 13th.
Our road report goes to Jackson County, State Route 279, culvert replacement. A culvert replacement project there in between.
Where did that come from?
Well, it's on the road again. Willie Nelson.
It didn't. Did it sound
4
to you
Mile?
like,
It's between 4 Mile Road and Slab Hill Road, off of 279 in Jackson County.
Our road report again. Mike's going to sing that road report again to you.
I don't look anything like Willie Nelson, I guarantee you. Yeah.
And he doesn't participate in anything else that Willie Nelson does.
And we know that for a fact.
That's right. Yeah.
We have proof right over there.
Yeah. I passed the test. Yeah.
When the kids were here yesterday, I showed them that Mike Smith also took the P test.
Yeah,
you know?
that's right. I'm drug free.
That's part of the Raleigh program.
I couldn't even hardly blow the breathalyzer all the way me.
Is that right?
She said, "No, you got to blow harder." So I said, by the time she told me
Seeing spots.
by the time she finally said you're done, it's like I was about out of gas.
I had that same experience. I'd never blown into one before, and I thought, man, how long does this take?
Yeah, what do they expect here? You know.
I think the last time that I went through here's the deal: we have is through our company we have so many drivers of trucks that we all get randomly drug tested, and I think the last time I knew you had to give it a lot of air, and I'm like, and then started, and
one thing I could give, I had no problem. It was the air. It was the air I had problem getting all out there. Yeah. Yeah, you can just say, I need this, and I'm Johnny on the spot, man. You need a long breath. I'm having trouble. Yeah.
It reminds me of the story that we had on the radio. This is probably, 20 years ago or thereabouts. But this old lady and old man went to the doctor, and they were going through a physical type thing. And the doctor says, well, now we'll need a soil sample for you, a stool sample. We'll also need a urine sample, and so on and so forth. And he's like, huh? And she says, give him your underwear.
You got it all, 3 in 1.
All right there. All right, coming up, a look at sports on the way in just a moment. First, let's tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. They are your trusted comfort advisor. If you're building a new home or you're building a new business, yes, they do a lot of commercial work as well. Contact Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. It's easy to do. Just go to littermedia.com, click on this ad anywhere you see it, and it takes you to their website. That's AccurateHVAC.com.
Whenever I first applied for the ArchWiz opportunity, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Like, is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, like to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
Visit your local Dixie Chopper dealer today or visit DixieChopper.com.
The Pike County Career and Technology Center provides hands-on, skilled trades training with engaging curriculums and endless possibilities. From automotive technology, carpentry, business management, to culinary arts and interactive media. From electricity, welding, HVAC, engineering, and medical technology to pre-nursing, basic food service, and public safety. We're preparing our youth for America's workforce through today's technology. To learn more about Pike County CTC, visit pikectc.org.
At Tomlinson Insurance, we've been protecting families, farms, and businesses since 1853. from auto, home, farm, life, or health. We tailor coverage that fits your world with multiple carriers to meet your insurance needs. Real people, real service, local agents who can answer the phone and care when it matters most. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call or stop by today.
Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old.
And coming up in just a bit, we will have our Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week coming up in just a few, so stick close for that. Right now it's time for sports. Tomorrow night we'll be on the road to Portsmouth. It's Amanda Clear Creek and Portsmouth. These two teams, while they're at the different ends of the spectrum for the first round of the playoffs in the computer standings, they are very similar in record and scoring output.
Yeah. In fact, only about 30 points separate how many they score per game to give up. So defense has obviously been a problem for both squads this year.
We know that Amanda has suffered some injuries, and that may change up how they perform. We don't know for sure, but that's why they play the game.
Yes, sir.
We'll see it all take place tomorrow night, and you can listen in on Litter Media Radio starting about 6:50 with Mike Smith and BJ Daly, and the other two of us, we're just sidekicks. We'll be there.
They're
too.
coming along for lunch.
Yeah.
Or would that be?
That would be pregame meal.
What would lunch, between lunch and dinner be? It's not brunch. That's morning. No. You think about that. We'll get back to you.
It would be Lupper.
What do the hobbits call it?
Lupper?
Third meal?
Maybe.
Fourth meal?
Ask your brother. He'd know.
Somebody look that up. Mark, are you watching? Yeah. SVC Football, All-League honors out last night. Defensive Back of the Year is David Long of Unioto. Defensive Lineman of the Year, Blake Brower of Zane Trace. Co-offensive linemen are Landon Caruth of Unioto and Mason Halderman of Westfall. Co-offensive backs of the year, Cody Braden of Unioto, who I think was one of our players of the game this year. Bryce Johnson of Zane Trace. Special teams honor goes out to Unioto's Jackson Zickafoos and Matt Hoops for leading his club to a gold ball and a perfect 10-0 season is this year's SVC Coach of the Year.
And our own Amanda Thompson's son, Bryce Jarvis, was on the first team.
He's on the first team.
I was over to see her in the office a moment ago. She was on the phone, and I went, congratulations. And she just lit up like a proud mama.
Beam.
You bet.
You know how those mamas are. Taking a look at the Haynes Total Healthcare Center High School Tournament scoreboard last night. Division II volleyball, the season came to a close for Logan. They got swept for the second year in a row by Anthony Wayne High School. Division VI, South Webster went 5 to beat conference rival Valley. Newark Catholic over Shenandoah. So Newark Catholic, who's undefeated at 24-0, they play South Webster Saturday in the championship. In high school boys soccer tournament action, Division III, Jackson's season closed with a 2-1 loss to Dover. Division IV, Wheelersburg beat Unioto 4-2. Those two teams tied during the regular season at 1-1, but Wheelersburg got the better of them last night. Riverview over St. Clairsville. And in soccer D5 regional semis, North Adams 1-0 over South Webster, and Fairbanks beat Highland 2-1. So Fairbanks will be taking on North Adams in that final. Now, coming up tonight, there's some area volleyball in action. D5 regionals at Logan, Adena, Union Local at 6, followed by Wheelersburg, New Lexington. In Division 4, Circleville plays London, followed by Meadowbrook, River Valley. Division 3, Bloom Carroll against Shawnee, and then Jonathan Alder, Dover. Division 7, regional semis, it's Notre Dame against Shekinah Christian, only team that's beaten Adena this year so far, and Eastern Megs over Tuscarora's Central Catholic. And we'll have all of those scores later tonight on our Litter Media scoreboard with Haynes Total Healthcare. We'll probably also have some X or tweet updates on the matches tonight as well.
On the professional side of things, everything's tied to Toronto. We start with the Blue Jays heading back to Toronto with a 3-2 lead in the World Series after beating the Dodgers 6-1 last night in L.A. Game 6 tomorrow night across the border. Cleveland Cavaliers were losers to Boston last night, 125-105. The Cavs will host Toronto tomorrow night. And the Blue Jackets won again 6-3 over Toronto.
Look out.
They'll host St. Louis Saturday night up at Nationwide Arena.
Are the Blue Jackets on a roll?
They are 6-4.
That's winning.
They are.
Who said that? We're winning.
That was
that Charlie Sheen?
Charlie Sheen.
Like
yeah, it was Charlie.
I never could figure out what that was all about.
I was watching an episode of Mannix the other night, and Charlie Sheen, his dad, what was his dad? Martin Sheen. He was the main character in this episode of Mannix, and he was a veteran from Vietnam, and he had lost his mind, and he had amnesia about something, and he had been hired by some criminal that was wanting to do this heist, and then suddenly it kicked into who he was, and so it was. But I'm sitting there going, he looks younger than Charlie did when he
Sounds
started.
like he was playing his character from Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, I was thinking
it does a little bit, doesn't it? Yeah.
And he's from Ohio, if I'm not mistaken. Martin? I think he's an Ohio native.
I can't say
because
yes or
Charlie
no.
shows up at not only Guardians games,
Reds
but
games.
also Indians games, or Reds games too.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he was Wild Thing
as
well in
with
the Major League
Indians at that time. Yeah.
Yes. Coming up, our Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week, and this date in history as we hearken back to a world-famous thing that happened. The place went nuts. Details coming up.
Or did it happen? Yeah. Litter Quality Propane, nearly 100 years of serving propane users in southern and central Ohio. Reliable supply, reliable service, reliable people. Litter Quality Propane.
Each weekend this October, Sugarloaf Mountain Amphitheater transforms into Haunted Mountain. Try to find your way out of the escape room. Traverse the spine-chilling scares along our haunted trail. And each night at 7:15, the Mothman Experience begins on the main stage with It Flies by Night. Or bring a lawn chair and enjoy a free showing of our scary movie series on our giant projection screen in the parking lot. See our movie schedule and secure your spot for the Mothman Experience at hauntedmountain.org through Halloween night.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365 days a year. 988. Save the number. Save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, click on this ad on littermedia.com. You're
Sorry.
not really married.
you couldn't hear what we just talked about.
Oh, yeah.
Time for our Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. This week it is Frankie. Adopted from Ross County Humane Society at 8 weeks old, Frankie is now a 3-year-old pit bull and Australian cattle dog mix who has been outsmarting everyone since day one. She looks mostly like a pit bull, but acts like a cattle dog, intense and focused in everything she does. Frankie learned over 30 commands before she was 4 months old and uses talking buttons to ask for snacks, love, or outside time, or just to let her people know what she's thinking. With over 100 bandanas and collars, she's got the wardrobe of a diva and the face of someone who's either judging you or trying to read your mind. She's the most human dog you'll ever meet. That's Frankie. We invite you to send your nominations to littermedia@gmail.com. Tell us about your pet, and remember to include a photo. You can see all the pets of the week at littermedia.com right now. Just follow the heading that says Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week.
Now, am I seeing a pet fashion trend? Because that's 2 weeks in a row that we've had a scarf on our dogs. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You may see that again before the end of the year.
But cats don't wear them, is that right?
Well.
Or do they?
Cats don't like to wear much of anything.
When I try to put, because I got a harness for Chuck so I could take him outside.
Oh, forget that.
I tried to put that on him. He would not let me. He hates it.
Not going to have anything to do with that.
No.
The legs move like crazy. You can't get him in there.
He's saying, not going to do it.
You think it's tough enough to get him in a cat taxi.
Oh,
Try and put him in one of those things.
I have medicine that I need to put in his eye.
Yeah.
It's near impossible.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. I'm here to help you. Help me. Help you. Jerry Maguire. Help me. Help you.
Just say, here, Chuck. Look. You might hit the mouth a time or two.
It's not an eye drop. It's a cream.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, gosh.
A little salve, eh?
Yes, sir.
He hates it.
I would too. Time for This Date in History. Yes, clear your voice for this one.
I've been doing it all morning. Back in the day, we used to have a program called When Radio Was.
Yes.
And I believe this was one of the features one night. 1938, The War of the Worlds, Orson Welles' realistic radio dramatization of a Martian invasion of Earth, is broadcast on the radio. Wells was only 23 years old when his Mercury Theatre company decided to update H.G. Wells' 19th century science fiction novel for a national radio broadcast. Despite his age, Wells had been in radio for several years, most notably as the voice of the Shadow in the hit mystery program of the same name. The show was not planned as a radio hoax, and Wells had little idea of how legendary it would eventually become because people panicked. They were tuning in late to the show. They weren't hearing the repeated disclaimers that were being given after commercial breaks.
Because people don't listen.
No, even then. And people thought it was the real thing.
And if you think about the period, 1938, the world was already kind of in an uproar, so to speak.
There was a TV made from a TV movie about this. It was tremendously done. And at the close of the movie, it's talking about how, finally people realized that it was not a real thing happening. And as they fade off into the night, they're showing a full moon, and the narrator is talking about how one nightmare is ending. And then up under the narrator, you hear Adolf Hitler giving a speech as he says, and another nightmare was just beginning.
Yes.
Well done. Well done.
Yes.
1938.
Radio fake. I like the headline. Scares nation. That was actually in the Herald Examiner.
Oh.
I don't know which city the Herald Examiner was in, but
sure.
So there you have it.
Of course, the play, or the broadcast, which was nationally broadcast, it was on in New York City where that was happening. And I think that starts out, the production, the play has it happening in New Jersey, some little unknown town in New Jersey.
Right.
So,
and it was, if you watched the one that had Tom Cruise in it, it was nothing like that at all.
No.
It was almost a shame that they used the same words.
But if you look at the robots, the tall, long-legged robots in the Tom Cruise movie, if you look at the animation drawings of H.G. Wells' story, that's what they looked like. Was the Tom Cruise thing. So
yeah, but they truly put what year was that? Like a 2005 spin on it, something like that. So, yeah.
I thought Tim Robbins' character was hilarious because this was right after Iraq.
Yeah.
And he was always protesting about foreign invaders. So he's using some of that same lingo in the script, and it's like, this is definitely a double entendre that they're doing here. So
there's a cold wind in the area. So, all right, that's it for today's program. Back at it again tomorrow. Now, again, we are planning on doing a live stream of the Maid Rally downtown tomorrow. Having said that, we are still trying to work a few technical bugs out to be able to bring you a smooth transition. But this program will be that program.
Yeah.
So we will, we may talk about some of the things in the news, that sort of thing, if we're killing time, waiting, because the kids are supposed to be in place in front of the courthouse by around 10 o'clock, but sometimes it takes a while to make that happen. So we're looking forward to it, and if we can get a guest or two to talk with us, maybe we can do that as well. So until tomorrow, enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Stay dry, especially when you go out for trick-or-treating tonight in Chillicothe.